I swear, people. Cat, I love Taco to death, but he finds the weirdest time to want to be under my feet when I'm working on something. Don't you dare do anything weird. He always picks the weirdest time to do it. Any other time, he don't want to be near me with a 10-foot pole. Nothing else. Just a minute. That's all working on something. You gotta be under my feet. I'll pick you up and give you my 10,000 guineas, you'd be mad. When I'm done, you owe me 20,000 kisses now. 20,000, Taco. What do you think about that? No problem. Alright. Let's get this thing put together. Our journey was successful. We've got plenty of outlets and another section. So I'll be over there to do demonstrations. A lovely little monster, which be always in my way. I want to come over and talk when he don't be bothered. He really don't be bothered with it. And you lay next to him, he'll get up and move, work another section, and you're just going to sit down. I won't be bothered with it. You can't hunch it on this one. You should have it coming out from the sides. You need to cut the ports in this way. That's why. Gotta cut the ports in it. Apparently found me another hill why you should not be existing on this earth. That's a bit of a doozy of a hill. Well, I got the information I needed. Found my spots. So once I finish all this, I got the paint in. When it gets here, my 40-inch screen, and I get a chance to walk around and play with that thing for a little bit. Hopefully tonight. It's definitely a word for it. Route is definitely a word for it. Route. Like route. Route. Okay. I really don't like the movie. Desk is a mess. Well, that one works out. Desk is a mess. Desk works best when it is a mess. Wait for heat gun to heat up and start putting this thing together. Get the cutting and get it done. Oh, man. I hope that Nitro Express is co-op. Looking online, play with a few people with that. Oh, no, that's a screen there. I back up my screen. Okay, current 10. Yeah, I didn't think about that at first. It's a good thing it did pop in my head. Where's my blade at? Where is my blade? Had it on me. Where did it? Ah, cranberry sauce. Around here somewhere. You just gotta figure out where to put it at. Not you, Talk. I'm trying to figure out where to get my unit. Just have it on here. Oh, Bill. Okay, and everything else we can hook up the other way around to make sure there's a cut in there. Okay, now, where's it now? Fight me. Fight me a little bit. Can we just pull this whole piece up? Should be able to. This wedge has to be there. Gee whiz, what the flip is on that side? It was making it impossible for me to cut through. Oh, this. I don't care about that. This is the other side, the underbelly. It's not important. Important is trying to get this in there. I was like, geesh. That felt like daylight that on that one. Alright. I care about the same picture. We know where to be found. There's no drawing. Fine. Let's start here. Now the PS4 base over there, the fans are put in with screws. Each one of them are up into its area to take them out, put it back in if we want. We'll probably do this one with screws too also. So they got these nice screws that stick out, got designs on them. I have to go to a mod place to get those. I'm gonna psychedelic this thing out. It's gonna glow in the dark in so many different places. I might even just do the whole design, a customized paint that glows in the dark and just coat the whole thing in different colors. So we're not going to do the splatter effect like we have on the PC over there. It's very solid colors here and there. Everything glows. That's our fan port. That blows air in. The fan I'm going to use for this is these. These are 4,000 RPM. This will push air through this whole entire chamber with no problem. I literally, on this one I have sitting over here, I have a hole in the side of it where I'm supposed to put a fan there, and there's so much air that pushes out, I can feel it pushing right against my face. So this is the one that basically used to cool these things off. And to make sure it stays nice and icy, we're going to line the whole inside of it with the insulation that we use in the garage. Same thing, keep it nice and cool. The coating we put over top of it, it's not flammable, it's kills anything. If it catches on fire, we're not going to have that issue. Okay? These things run 24/7. I never turn them off. And right there, the CPU right now is at 27 Celsius. All my PCs run under 30. Either 30 or under, that's what they run under. Nothing higher than that. And we don't want that nonsense, we definitely don't. Alright, here, so I need a bridge here. Over here, motherboard's on here. The mother's going to be on a brick system, but just in case, you never know. Plenty of port, all the things for your power supply, so you see the cables, they'll run right up to here, and then we'll attach them back. All the cables should be exposed because they're all going to glow in the dark. That's why they like to be exposed. So here's this easy and cheap way of building a computer case. It'll cost you a lot of money. Ouchie. Ouchie. that hurt. Rather good. Let's see. Motherboard up the motherboard stand a little bit. Here, power supply there. Here. Yeah, that's up there. The motherboards, that's what we want. Glue gun. Oh, yeah. And we have these nice little clips at underneath here. We're going to put LED lights underneath here. Got a push light down here. Where is he? What the frick was that all about? Jeez. Wait, if you're going to basically drop, let me see something there. Oh, it doesn't require that. Yeah, because you're just going to drop them anyway. You're going to put the silks on top of here, drop them, you're going to lay it flat on it. If you're going to lay it flat on here, we can cut a port. But I'm not exactly, I don't think I'm going to lay it flat. Because I want to put a display underneath of it, so I just want to put the transformers in it instead. Let's see. We're going to have to get a little closer up. The heck was that over you were going through? You're going through the moments, man. Just going through the moments. some people do those videos, and I don't know. I'm a person who overthinks everything. This makes period. That's what I do. I overthink everything. Really. I overthink, but I analyze a lot of stuff. Everything I watch, I analyze it. And I figure out, like, okay, because I kind of research a lot of stuff. So I'm like, first things first, that would be dumb. Because, number one, the song they got called Sweet Caroline, and it goes, da, da, da. No, everybody does it. It's funny. It's a fantastic sing-along song. But then somebody did something stupid where, you know, somebody talks about how their girlfriend, or he's at the dinner, his girlfriend's with another guy, and a kid called and said the guy scolded him, something hit him, and shows the guy doing so kind of Grand Theft Auto, kind of walk across the grass with an AK-47, and walks in, and you hear the da-da-da, you hear the gun flash go off, kill the guy. I'm like, well, that's stupid. Number one, majority of most apartment buildings have cameras, and you're walking up with a long weapon, and everyone saw it. So, of course, there's gunfire in an apartment. Everybody heard that. But anyway, I overthink everything. I don't overthink everything, but I kind of analyze everything because that's the dumbest thing to do. Number one, you're going to jail. Number two, you're going to be in there for a very, 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 very long time. Pretty much, probably most likely, you're going to die over in that place. Number three, she's going to remarry again, and somebody else will be with the kid. You can't do jack about it. Stupid. But people say, well, yeah, it's just somebody, you know. But that's not something I would want to even express. You know, it's just stupid. We're cutting in duct systems for the liquid cooling system. I understand people want to be creative. I understand all that. You know, but that's where I see it, you know. People don't really think about it until you're in that situation. And then when you're sitting in the holding cell, that's when you start thinking about it. Common sense starts to kick in. You start to cool down and you go, well, that was real stupid. But too late now. That's why I try to talk to some of these young boys out here. Young boy. Try to keep that. You might think you got it all figured out, but you ain't got it figured out. You ain't got jack figured out. You don't even understand what it's all about yet. You don't know anything about life yet. You have no idea. Okay. Young ones in my family right now, I explain to them. What you're experiencing now, you would go through 100,000 times, if not more. And you got to know how to handle the situation as an adult. Or, you know, your freedom snatched from you. Everybody's sitting there thinking about with a good time at the moment. Everybody got that though. Do something else with it. I've heard hundreds of stories of inmates about how they could have did it differently. But too late. So always best to not get involved in that nonsense at all, period. He said, but you did. Yeah, I did. It took 8 years of my life, too. I'll never get back. 8 years and 9 months to be precise. I could have went to the military. I was going to be 18 years old, and I'd have been ready for the military. And I missed the opportunity. But I decided to be a jerk. Yep, I was going to the Army. I didn't get my opportunity. Messed it up. Alright, so we got a nice little porch over top. Kaboom! It's getting there, people. It's getting there. Yeah, so I'm going to the military. I was going to stay there, too, because I had nothing. I ain't had no girlfriend or nothing at the end of the day. I haven't seen anybody, none of that stuff. I was going to go to the military and stay in there. I didn't plan to come back out. And I was going to come out decorated. I was going to die in there fighting. I was not planning to come back. I was going to stay there. And I had nothing else going on. Wasn't doing anything. I had no plans for college, nothing at all. I wasn't running my own business, didn't even know how to even start that. And the best option for me was the Army. Go in there, get a good career, and get to see the world, and You know, do what you got to do, and you know, get out and high-ranking officer and really live nice. That's what I thought, but you know, I messed up. All right, let me see if I put this over here because we want air to blow the channel with air. Air to blow here. Do we need it? Nah, we need an open case. But you like to look at those pretty fans. I don't like covering my fans up. I don't like to cover them up. I like my fans, man. I like my fans. But nobody talk about my fans that way. I swear, if I ever bump into Teal, I'm like, man, I'm talking about my fans that way. I'm talking about my fans. Me and Teal will be in the room building PCs, and Teal will be like, man, your fans is corny. My fans is corny. No, man. Nobody talking about my fans that way. Nobody. Are you mocking me? Don't share the mocking. What the freak was that all about? Why did you break down and cry in that situation? Yeah, Teal. Don't get me wrong, I would never say the guy's not a good football player. He's a fantastic football player. He is. Just stomach. Can't handle the rubber. Sweet Alabama. That song popped in my head. Sweet Caroline. Sorry about that, people. You got it wrong, Bird. You butchered it. How dare you? How dare you? I got him back. You see him over here running around like a madman? He's back here fighting with mice. You mices, I tear you to pieces. Man, Planet of the Apes. The first time watching that, man, I didn't get it at first when he was going off. I was like, what the freak is he screaming about? He said, you look at it, they were on Earth the entire time. They literally thought they were on another planet. And they were on another planet. They were on Earth the entire time. Because you saw the Statue of Liberty out there. He was like, God. And that's funny because when that movie came out, people were terrified that apes were literally going to take over the world. They literally believed that. People were terrified. There you go. My fans are sitting in there. Perfect. Yeah, they were terrified of Planet of the Apes, you know? I mean, quite frankly, the apes should figure out we're screwed on some level. And when you're talking about somebody that's almost exactly like us, and we don't evolve from apes, but exactly like us. Yeah, they can learn to carry firearms and weapons and stuff. Look, they got agility, speed, everything else. Got a cat doing weird stuff. Hey, nobody wants to see that. Agility, speed, and intelligence. We ain't got none of that. Jump from a tree, we get murdered. They jump from a tree, it's fantastic. Wow, look at that. We do it like, oh my God, he's dead. Yeah, people were terrified. When that came up, people were really terrified. Thinking that apes were going to take over. And we're going to enslave the humans. Curious. There were horses in Planet of the Apes. There were tigers. Saw that. Horses, tigers. There was really nothing else. What happened to the rest of the animals? It's pretty cool. Watch that. So building a PC out of cardboard. Oh shoot! Way too much pressure on that one. Building a PC out of cardboard. Let's see. I've seen people do cardboard builds and PCs. Some nice ones. Sure, I like them. These are very nice ones. Give me some music. Give me my soul. The automatic one next week. I don't care if that thing is $600. We're buying it. Is this straight? Let's see. Oh, it is straight. Yes, straight. We're gonna halo and UFO the daylights out of this thing. We got the lights coming here, coming down here, and put a spotlight system in so lights shoot out of certain areas. Blue lights. We can get the blue spotlights installed in. So areas we want them to glow, all this is gonna glow nicely. The spotlight system. That's why we put plenty of clips in. So we get that nice shadow effect with lights. And this thing's gonna be pushed pretty far back, so it gives it more depth to it. So when we put the screen in front of it, it looks like it has more depth coming out of it. It's gonna be freaking sick, people. It's gonna be freaking sick. Do you feel it? And motherboard system here. We can't add in the motherboard screws because somebody threw out the freaking dummy board. So we can't put those in yet. Who did it? Who threw out the dummy board? Was it you? Was it you? It's me, Bird. You got the wrong person. It wasn't me. I never threw out the dummy board. It wasn't me. Alright, let me see. There and there. The bottom half to do. What's the bottom half to say? Leave my soul, I wanna get down, the rock and roll and drift away. Alright. Second half. Definitely gonna have to put fans in this. Put one fan in there, that's all we need. Put it there. If I want to put little decoration designs and stuff over here, some designs. So maybe it's one fan. Put this. Now, fan, that's gonna have to have ports. We can't just put little air through here. Going to channel the air here, there, here, up. Go way too close to the base bird. That's not going to work. It's going to have to be here. Keep moving. We're going to get that mixed up. Remember where that's going at. Put it in ahead of time. The heck was that? Oh, scissors. Support this. Scissors. Bless you. You go that way. I wonder. This will be high enough. Yep. moving. Man, I'll tell you, one of the most interesting things in my life when I was a kid, so I grew up in Newark, Delaware, and more suburban area. That's what it was. And we had a mixture of every race down there. And we started a fight with some white kids one time. They were older kids, probably roughly around 16, 17, and 18. And we were roughly around 7, 8, and 10. So anyway, we had a thing called Monkey Hill. They used to have monkey houses up there, but they got rid of the monkeys and they put them in the new zoo. And, you know, being young kids, smart mouth, which we were, now understanding that a kid at that age can run a little faster than you can. And we got the smart mouth in these kids. They were walking up this hill. I don't know why we even started with them. They were minding their own business. We started on them, calling them all these names. So you figure there's no way in the world they're going to make it down the side of that hill. And where we're at, that fast can catch up to us. They're calling all kinds of names. They're cursing back at us. We're cursing back at them. And next thing you know, these suckers started running down the hill. And we realized we weren't going to get out run these guys. They were pretty fast. They're grown kids. They're kids, 18, they're running. And the kids are screaming that they're going to kill us. They're going to throw us in the Brandywine. Tie a rock around us, our legs, and throw us in the Brandywine. The little niggers. So, we're running. My legs are getting tired. And I figure I'm going to die. These guys are going to throw me in this Brandywine. I'm going to drown. I'm going to drown. I'm going to die. I'm doing dumb stuff. But I shouldn't have been doing dumb stuff that wouldn't have got me in that situation. And God was watching over me because out of nowhere, Delaware has cops on horses. And one happened to pass by, and we flagged them down and told them, these kids over here, we're going to throw us in the lake. And the officer turned and started going toward the kids, and the kids went the opposite direction, went up the hill. So that's the last time I ever saw them. Until graduation time, Shortridge Middle School, we're graduating, and all the parents were out there. You know, we're near close to the Brandywine. We decided to go walk around in the Brandywine while they're having their reception, me and my friends and stuff. And sure enough, who did we see walking through the Brandywine? Those guys. We hid behind some it was probably 6 o'clock at night, and we hid behind some brush. They didn't see us. They walked right past us. But man, they must go out there and smoke from time to time. But yeah, if we had bumped into them, who knows what would have happened to us. But if we had never messed with them, we'd have never had that problem to begin with, right? Yep. Our fault for doing dumb stuff. That's what we did. I never forgot that when I was a kid. I don't know why that popped up in my head like that. If I dare come out to the neighborhood, not down there. My brother, I told you, my oldest one, he was a guy on a bike. He was put it in a clean way with a patch on his back, and a bunch of people with the same patches on their back also. They were really nice motorcycles. That's the best I can tell you. But in my house, where you couldn't use that nonsense, I remember this guy called Francis. Francis was a little bigger than me. Francis bullied me every day. Every day bullied me, chased me home from school, every day. And one day I was running home from school, and my brother was out there. and my pop was out there. And they could have beat the crap out of Francis, but they didn't beat the crap out of Francis. They threw me back outside with Francis. Told him I couldn't come back in. They don't raise cowards here. So I fought Francis. Francis did get the better of me because he's a much bigger kid. But I did fight him. But that wasn't enough for me because I was a person from the day. You weren't going to win. And that's what I was taught. You were not going to win. So I took a 2x4 and I stuck it in the bushes. And I wanted to go jump in there and I punched Francis in the back of the neck, knowing Francis was going to chase me. And I got Francis to follow me while I wanted to go follow me. I hit behind a bush and cracked him right across his kneecaps with a 2x4 and broke his leg. And funny thing about it, we became best friends. This is the jacked up part about the whole story. Because we hated each other. He bullied me every day. Every day he bullied me every day. And we got out there to fight him, man. I gave him a hard way to go, but he did beat me up, but I wasn't going to tolerate that nonsense. Yeah, I broke Francis' leg that year. And it was summertime for him, man. Tore him up. And then his mom came out there, and he was talking to my mom, and everybody was talking about how he was bullying me and stuff like that and everything. And mom was mad because I did the cheap shot. We don't do stuff like that, but yeah, and it's funny because we became friends. We literally ended up becoming best friends. I never understand that story. We hate each other. Best friends now. It's just weird. The enemies make good allies, what do they say? Yeah. Putting our supports in, because usually with the fan, when you put fans in or anything you drop on top of it, causes the surface to buckle in. You don't want that happening. Put your supports in there. There's a buckle. Oh, yep, me and Francis became best friends. Let me tell that story this day, like, we used to hate each other. Couldn't stand him. Couldn't stand me. Every time I see him next to him, I'm like, I wish he would die. He can't get hit by a car or something. Someone kidnapped him. He couldn't stand me. Best friends. So he spent the whole summer with a cast. This one broke my leg. And we fought out there and fought. He said, I got the best of him. I made him eat dirt. He made me eat dirt. That's what ticked me off. He made me eat dirt. And I was like, now you can get away with that. So, I mean, you can fight, you know, you can make dirt. So, after that nonsense, man, I was like, I'm going to make a plan for Francis. I got 2x4 that evening and stuck it in the bushes and got him to chase me. That's why I said be careful about chasing people. Especially you big guys at the end of the day. Somebody going to taunt you, they chasing you, you tiring yourself out. They watch you. You make that mistake of putting your hands on your kneecaps and some breathing, they're coming back for you. They'll come right back for you. Some people won't, but if a person, if his plans are to hurt you, he's coming back for you. And chances are he's probably armed. So don't chase him. I like my buddy, he's way bigger than me. Most of my friends are bigger than me. But he was bigger than me. And we had a good snowstorm. We're good friends. He comes down to the house and chill with our family. Let's go out and play in the snow. So we're out there playing in the snow. And I'm faster than him, of course, because I'm lighter than him. He's a really big guy. And man, I'm hitting with snowballs left and right. He can't do jack because he's a really, really big guy. But he got me, eventually got me, because I was running through the alleyways. I was laughing my head off. I'll pop out, hit him with a snowball, come back in, pop out again, hit him with a snowball. And I was in there crying, cracking up, man. He was covered in snow, man. I was jacking him up. So somehow he timed it, because when I came running out of the alleyway, all I know is I seen his hand come across, and I hit the ground like, poof. And he sat there, opened up my pants, and shoved all this snow down my pants. So we coming in the house, I got snow packed on my pants, he's covered in snow. My mom was like, you have a good time? I was like, yes. Oh, man. That's some real crazy, some funny stories. That's like a friend of mine, the person I used to game with, she was telling me that her and her friend, her husband was at the bar with a friend. And they're big wrestling fans, big wrestling. They kept all the dollars and everything, big wrestling fans. So anyway, they're in the bar and they're talking about wrestling. Some guy in the bar says, man, wrestling's fake, that's phony, blah, 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 blah. They get into an argument. They said, okay, that's it. Let's go out to the woods, we'll fight, because this is area right there. You can go scrap. So they're sitting out there. The other guy's sitting out there trying to figure out where the other guy's at. Guy comes running out of the woods with 2x4 and smacks her husband in the head. Doesn't kill him, like smacks him in the head. And they all start fighting. And then next you know, they're at the bar drinking and laughing. See, men, we're simple, with men, we're simple creatures. We're simple creatures. It's not hard for us to pretty much work with each other. We don't hold grudges that go on for centuries. You know, we're simple. You know what I mean? Power tools, you know, an open hood on a car, you know what I mean? Even just sitting outside the lawn show drinking a beer. We're simple. Simple. And I think women sometimes get angry on how we meet people so fast and so quick. You know what I mean? We're just simple. We don't get in all that. I was in there at City Hall, and guy was talking about how you find jacked up stuff in your tent at night, in the morning when you wake up. You know, they're laughing about that. Me and the police officer was laughing about that. Yeah, you find all kinds of. And one was like, really? So you find all kinds of jacked up stuff in your tent. I don't know how they get in there. They get in there somehow. Sometimes you wake up, big old spider in the corner staring at you. And the last thing you want to do is panic. You don't want to panic. You don't want to scream. You run around. You're in the tent with it. And it's angry. And it slowly slither out. Best way you possibly can. Especially if you're in there with a woman. She gets freaked out. I'm like, you gotta tell her, calm down. And you can't even tell her it's in the corner. Got a big old spider in the corner looking at you. And it's probably sitting there telling the others, like, calm down. There's a big old human sitting in the corner. How did that get in here? I don't even know. It was empty when he came. There's nobody in here. It just popped up in here. Oh, when it gets some blood spray, I don't know. We can kill it with that. They're probably thinking the same thing. Hey, fan port here, fan port. Coming together quite nicely. Quite nicely. Now we got to put our sides in, because now we got to work on the sides. That's what all this is done. That's pretty fast, though, right? We should put a giant freaking hunting. No, that's going too far. Giant fan in the back through it. Just blew it. What's this called? It's called the disruptor. How do you power the disruptor? Hand coordination and eye retina sky. What does it do? Freeze the system. Alright, let me see. We gotta do the whatchamacallit to the side now. So we can put the brackets on for the for our whatchamacallit system, our screen. I saw those fish tanks, those bubble fish tanks. I was like, oh heck no, I ain't spending that kind of money. They're nice and all, but look at that LED screen in there. They're paying $3 grand. Crazy. $3,000. No. I'm spending $3 grand for screen. I should be saying this up and doing this, honestly. We need to make sure this thing sits flat. Whoops. Don't you bumped everything else. Gee whiz, bird. Put together. Make sure everything sits up nice and flush. Because it has to sit flat against that. I think I'm going to drop 80s in those. 80 millimeters will fit here and here perfectly for the bottoms. And we'll do 120s for the top. Alright, so this has got to lay perfectly flat. Here and here. Make sure I got that side rightly. And we're good. We're going to put some pretty cool, interesting lights in here. Pretty interesting light display system. So we're going to have several lights displays in here because we want to have a 3D kind of effect going off in here. Let me put all this together. Make sure that's fitting nice and flat. Ain't Chip Ahoy, Chip Ahoy. I like when people do those surveys. One of these got to go. I would say Clark bar. That's a disgusting candy bar. Why would you make a candy bar nothing but peanut butter? That's a nasty candy bar. Some people like it. Peanut butter fiends love freaking Clark bars. I can't stand them. My favorite candy bar, Three Musketeers. Why? It's a large candy bar. That's why. I'm not too big on the whole thing with the Hershey bar. Where they got Hershey bars in this bar. Yeah, but this is not my chocolate. What you want? You get that nougat with that chocolate layer. And that bar is a huge bar. When I was a kid, you know what I mean, I like candy in the day, so I had to pretty much figure out exactly which one was going to give me the most for my money. And it would have been the Three Musketeers every single time. It was a big bar. Now, when I was coming up, they were much bigger. Now today, well, whatever, you know, whatever it is whatever it is. But they were way bigger when I was a kid. And we got the full size. Now you get a full size Snicker bar in your freaking Halloween bag, man. You have made out. We got them all the time. It's an everyday thing. I never heard of the minis ever. One day I was like, "What the heck is this?" It wasn't trick or treat. I was buying candy. Oh, those are the minis. Well, what the frick would you? What is the purpose of the mini? Less candy. It was like them little tiny water bottles. I can understand that'd be nice for a kid and all, but I don't know. When I was a kid, I got a full size freaking candy bar. Kid want more. So you remember the harvest. When I was a kid, you had candy corns. Later on, we saw the candy corns with chocolate on top, chocolate candy corns. Those were pretty cool. But you always had the originals with the yellow cones on top. And then you had the harvest. Harvest where you got large pieces of candy corn. Some with the pumpkins, had all the pumpkins in it. But then you got the ones that had the stalk of corn. And the witch was all in all black. It's all black witch in there. The cat. It's all black. They don't make them anymore. But they do. Gotta know where to look. Found an old-fashioned candy store. Yep. That's what I got. These at. I had these when I was a kid. My mom used to buy these. Got all different kinds of toys. This is real homemade glass candy. Gotta go to a candy shop, like a boutique candy shop to get that. It's $7 for those little lollipops in there. But definitely worth it. Gave me flashbacks. My mom used to always give us those at Christmas time. Wow, they got that perfectly hit. Look at that, perfect all the way through. Look at the mirror, one through. I hope I get the other one this way. I would do. I really do. Because, man, that was a perfect cut through on both sides. I had no idea I was going to be a little bit over, but I wasn't. Uh-oh, somebody got the zoomies again. The mothership calling in? It's the mothership calling in. Once the mothership calls in, they're going to go, ow. Get commands from the mothership. It's got commands from the mothership coming in. Transmission coming in from the big giant head. In 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go back to watching Third Rock this time. It's a good show. I found it funny that Dick was the kid. He's a child. why he does the stuff he does. Extremely intelligent, of course, for aliens, but he was a child. And I forgot when they named the kid. I know it was Harry. I can't remember when they called the kid. But anyway, he was an old guy. He was like 100 years old. He was crazy, some crazy numbers. He was really, really old. He was an information officer. He was very smart while in school. He was ace in school so fast because he's an information officer. He was really crazy intelligent, but he's very old. And Dick was a kid. Harry was a transmitter. They turned him into a radio. Whatever he was, before he was what he was. I don't know what he was. And Sally, can't think of the other kid's name. And Sally was a specialty to the, oh my God, how do you say it? She's a weapons expert for security. Designed to defuse any situation. I was laughing about how she came to the planet. And it's funny how the roles came out because she ended up being a woman and she had all these emotions and stuff. She felt so weak and vulnerable. She said, wow, I feel this way. And this is messed up. When she first got her period, she just wasn't right. Like, I'm a freaking warrior, for goodness sakes. I've slayed giants and all kinds. This is the body you put me in? Oh, she's at in the next mission, I want to be something really big and with horns. I was like, dang. Hey, she wasn't used to being that way. Like, my goodness. Put me in a woman's body. Then she ended up liking the body. Which was funny. Look how this is coming together nicely, eh? Coming together quite nicely. Oh shoot, wrong side. Those tabs will go on this side. Did you win the battle? Did you win the battle? The battle. Whew. We need a port from there for power supply. Did the power supply first, but to the port for that, but okay. There. Fan can go inside there. It's going to go there. It's going to push air through here. So this one's going to sit out here. Nope, can't do it that way. Can't be done that way either. It's gotta be this way. Alright then. Let's get to cutting. I like that slices in it. We gotta be that way. Call from the mothership, they call from the mothership. System error. What's this one? I got Futurama. But the guy was like, I like to thank Windows Millennium for designing my system, but system's error. Coming out of nowhere. You would do that, wouldn't you? You would do that. I'd do that perfectly. I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. Like, what? Makes no sense. One person literally could have played that role without offending any black people at all. That was freaking hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. He was like, what? I'm the dude, I'm the dude. Disguised as another dude. Oh my goodness. I swear. And not one black person in the on Tropical Thunder, not one person was a black person offended. He was in there cracking up. He got that. He got that. Some people got that pass. He got that pass. He was hilarious, man. Like, huh? What you mean, you people? Huh? Up in there crying. The guy was like, what you mean? Oh my goodness. Freaking out here. Hilarious. This should make a trap with thunder too. Come back here, we got work to do. Man, this thing's going to have, this thing is sculpted. This thing's going to have all kinds of crazy apartments, and we've got to put something crazy in there. So when the image pushes through it, it's just massive lights on lights on lights. It just gives up this crazy effect. We got a whole lot of. In the back of my mind, I really thought this was going to be easy build. It never goes down that way ever. It always starts off simple, and the next thing we start going into the craziness of the build. Paint job is going to be extremely detailed. It is. It's going to be very detailed. But, hey, we do all this to advertise the screen. All this to advertise the screen. That's what it's being built for. It's being built for a screen. Got plenty of game pieces. Look at one behind that game on. It's being built for a screen. Start. Are you doing battle for Haruka? Haruka. He's fighting for Haruka. That's his girlfriend, Haruka. Never-ending saga. Taco fighting for Haruka. I've got a buddy of mine doing a comic book for Taco. Try to get into Samurai War, you know, weird. But never-ending battle with the fish. Now something else he's fighting now. Not just the fish, it's something else he's fighting. That's what he is. Smaller box. Making a smaller box. Now I was building those over there, of course, you know, we had the usuals in here. Talking trash. Curious, where your PC builds at? I haven't seen any of them. One guy was in there, forgot a complete motherboard. How do you forget the motherboard? It's like the main piece you need. That's like buying car parts and you bought a car. You're missing the whole car, but you got car parts. What? Forget the rest of the car. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot it. Just grabbing stuff, putting it together. It wasn't even organized. You didn't even tell me what kind of kill switches you were getting. You were doing it for real, you'd have had your kill switches. But at the end of that, you had the first thing they mentioned is the biggest graphic card in the market, the 5090. The first thing people want to ask you got a 5090. What kind of case you have for that thing? 5090 doesn't fit in an everyday case. You have to have a dedicated power supply. how you cooling the thing, because they want to overheat. You heat up, especially when you overclock it. So apparently he tracks me down on a form seminar talking about computers. And he goes, this guy knows nothing about computers. My stuff is on there. And the guy started laughing at it like, oh, we got one of them in the room. But when you do modding, when you evolve past the case, you build your own cases. Now you've mod past the case. You're probably in here right now. I was thinking about that when I was walking back. I was like, you guys spend more time. I don't go to your rooms. I don't. There's nothing going on in there. Nothing really going on in there. We don't go in there. For what? You don't build anything. You don't make anything. Nothing. You do nothing at all. So why do I waste my time in there? I could be out here doing this. Oh, put this in wrong. Got the other way around. I could be in here doing this. I don't waste my time in there for what? You're not doing nothing. What can you teach me at the end of the day? Nothing in your room? You ain't not learning anything in there. That's why we don't go in there. I don't know what new. Y'all in my room. Y'all stay in my room. Because every time I'm in here, I'm always doing something. That's why if you go to your channel, you always got something to cry about. You'll be crying about this too. Don't worry, pace yourself. We got gamer paint we're working on today too. You'll be crying about that one too. No, wait. When we outside with the other technology, people claim to have ad tech. Where are your demonstrations at? We're outside with ad tech. And y'all, I didn't see anybody doing the same thing we did. Claiming y'all had ad tech. Where y'all demonstrations at? Oh no, y'all just fakes, right? Yeah. And y'all can't pull it off. You get mad about it. You know, the more stuff we develop, the more stuff we make, the more stuff we do, y'all fade out even less. Y'all don't do anything, man. Build a PC. Don't buy one, build one. I'm talking to the naysayers. Go build a PC. I mean, with real specifications. And don't forget the motherboard. You forgot the freaking motherboard. Where the frick is the motherboard? No motherboard. I guess maybe it's a new kind of PC. I don't know. I require a motherboard. I don't even know how that would even work. Other guy, Phantom HE, also making screen paint. He put black box in it. You know what black box is? Black box is freaking like a kind of a tannish black. And then put silver in it. You put silver and wood in it. Anything you add to silver makes more silver. And he ended up making tan. That's why the black levels came out looking tan. The white levels came out looking tan. The colors were looking tan. He made tan paint. That's why when y'all make the no efforts, nobody buys from you. Because they don't want to mess up their investment. You go with somebody who has more experience. It could be us. For instance, y'all say your stuff works outside. I haven't seen anything. You can take gray paint. You can take house paint. And you can go outside with it. And they're going to give you contrast and not going to give you color too well. But you can go outside with it and use it. Outdoor house paint. Same kind of paint they put on the side of a building. Weatherproof. The problem is you can't get that quality out of it. You can't operate no 9 o'clock in the morning, especially rear projection at that. You got light passing through a screen. It's nowhere for the screen to hide. At 300 lumens. People saw the image at 10 feet from the screen. Because when I had it sitting there, people walking by, they were staring at it. 10 feet, it picks up. When you say your stuff is weatherproof, we're talking about traditional. Like the white screen. It has to pick up at a certain time. Contrast won't be there, colors won't be there. But you can somewhat watch it. That's what they have. If someone answers, you can use that screen outside at 9 o'clock in the morning, at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, what do you tell them? You can't tell them that because they don't work. So you just have something that everybody else, white screen does the same thing. Same thing, nothing different. So when that screen launches in 2026, my customers can go outside at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Doesn't make a difference. They need an awning? No. After having a dark area? No. That's why I tell you, be careful about saying this stuff is weatherproof. Now, weatherproof, yeah, it can be. But what time of the day is the screen activate? Activate activation time. And they leave because it bothers them. I don't know if they're in here, but it leaves because it bothers them. You gotta know your activation time. If I buy that paint and I try to fire it up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and it fails, you got to charge back or PayPal from paint company away. I got to file easily not described against you. And PayPal's going to ask you, what time of the day does your screen activate? They're going to go to your website. It's not there at all. So the customer's going to win that one easily. That's why if you spent the time to really work on your product, you'd be outside all hours getting those demonstrations done, and your channel would be flooded with those demonstrations, but you're not. Which means you're still doing some property work. That's why I see the same thing every time. Weatherproof. Just show the screen on, like off, no projector, with light hitting the screen, and then at nighttime show the screen on. I don't even know why you can show that. There's no point in showing that. You don't have the screen on. Projector on. So, there's no point in showing that part of the screen. I never could understand that. Alright, I'll finish it up here. If I can see my demonstrations, we got that freaking projector on. Got the screen being hit. Got the tigers and birds up there. Star fields. Contrast demonstrations. White levels. Angles. On and up there. The customer needs to see all that. Instead of seeing a demonstration of the projector off and it being daytime. That don't tell me anything at all. We had this paint over here. We took it outside. Didn't pick up for Jack. Didn't read. And he got mad at us and said, well, you gotta wait till nighttime. Oh, how in the world do you challenge our technology? We don't wait till nighttime to fire up. Well, why you gotta challenge our technology? And then the minute we put you out there where we gotta be at, now we got rules and regulations we gotta follow because your stuff don't work correctly. So you're gonna call yourself the best of the best? How are you gonna go against somebody thinking that it can thrive outside in that kind of hours? We gotta wait till nighttime. That's everybody else's paint I've ever seen. My house paint I got in the garage can do the same thing. That's nothing special. I paid $89 for. Why don't it be? I can't find a list, but man, he gave us a list of stuff we can't do. No certified screens. We got the ambient light already. He wrote that on the container. That's why, because we tested his stuff and his stuff failed miserably, and that's why he wrote on the container, not ambient light rejection Kenneth or Kenny. Well, why would you write that on there? I thought your stuff was ambient light rejection. You're challenging ambient light rejection technique. That's what we do. You're saying you're the same thing we are. Tell people to save hundreds. Don't buy his stuff because his stuff doesn't really work, and yet you're writing on our containers when we go to test your stuff what you can and can't do. Yeah, your stuff don't work, man. Especially on a dark paint. A dark paint you should never write you're not ambient light rejection. That's the one paint you should be ambient light rejection on. Alright, so we're done. All the ports are in. Actually, no. The fan ports have to be done in, but they're small. That's basically about it. Dun, 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 dun. We gotta put a freaking light show in this thing. Light show in here is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a lot of wiring. A lot of wiring. And good thing we got the open Kai to reel the wires and stuff. Some of the wires I do want exposed because I do them with chasers. I'm going to bind chasers in them. So like so they're being traced in and out. So instead of tracers, it looks like electric going off in the wires. I'm definitely going to get those. So when you get people sitting there saying, well, why would you do that? Why don't you just buy a case? Case doesn't have anything I like. They don't. They don't have nothing I like. So when I buy cases that do that, no, they don't do anything I like. Besides, I'm into open rack PCs. That's my category class. Like machines and all my parts out in the open so I can see them. If I paid that much money for parts, I definitely want to see my stuff. So I'm into open rack PCs. Ever since I saw that Danger Dan, I think it's Dan, which it is. But anyway, ever since I saw that case of Butcher Rack, I fell in love with them. I've always wanted one. I said, I'm going to get me one of those cases. Love them cases, man. All your parts are exposed. It's really more used for like a workbench. You can get access to all your parts. But then somebody converted it into like a PC rack, and man, I freaking love them. All your parts, everything exposed out in the open. I like that stuff. Alright people, gotta go. Thank you for your time and God bless.